everyone can hear us in chat. Looks like we got a nice group of people here already. So hope you're going to be having fun today. We are on Orion for the second of 2 weeks. Next up, Sarlona, and I thought I'd run the Web of Chaos chain for no reason in particular except that I need it on this guy. So why not? Let's do it. It's also free and everything. Level 15-ish, so anyone who just wants to join me can do so. And we have a nice group, so nice full party. Thanks everyone for being here. Appreciate you guys all being in the group. If anyone wants to say hello over voice chat or whatever, feel free to do so. Now see, Sarlona's the one that I got lots of characters on. Orion, I just have this character actually has always been Mock Duck, and it was for the DDOcast Build Guild, if you remember that back in the day. Back in the day he was an old assassin, and now I've actually brought him back as an assassin under the new assassin system here, so I actually spent about 20 minutes before the live stream kind of switching out a few things.
Okay, I think I fixed it.
You know,
hey
so
guys.
Still an assassin. Hey Titan, hear you loud and clear. Only real deficiency, well, there's a couple of deficiencies. One, you know, this guy's loot is sort of set back in 2009, so pretty outdated. That said, I had a couple of kukris here, so I figured since I was dipping into Assassinate anyway, might as well start off with that. And, but I do need better weapons and gear in general. But generally it's an assassin build, and it should be pretty interesting. I'm just looking forward to checking this stuff out. So. Sneak attacks for the win. So how's everyone doing today? Anyone got anything cool going on in their life? We'll have the news on that in just a little bit.
An irritated scowl on his face.
Yeah, we got busy last week getting ready for the patch, but we're going to follow up more on that caught in the web thing later. Sorry, it's answering a question from chat, which we would love to see you join us in chat here every noon Eastern, -4 GMT on twitch.tv/DDOstream. Don't forget to give us a follow if you'd like to be notified for when we are going live with shows just like this one. And we promise to at least try to answer as many questions as we can in chat, so if that's you, that's cool. We did have a brief patch today. There was basically two components to that. We increased the loot and the rare spawn rate and some other things for Temple of Elemental Evil. The XP, actually, as well. And then we also added some new things to daily dice. Anything that's in the gold roll can show up in the silver roll, but we also do have some new things over on the silver roll. And I saved my daily dice plus weekly just to do it on the show here. Ooh, there's the gold seal elixirs have improved. Nice, that's a new item there in daily dice. Ooh, I'll take that too. It's not terrible. So, alright, let's do this, huh?
Novice, stay near me.
I'm gonna turn up the audio just a smidge. Let me know if I'm too loud, or if it's too loud now. Alright. Got my sneak going on. I've actually mapped it to key 1 just so I could pop it and then quick try to get off and assassinate. I do have the bluff check, although I'm going to kind of have to see what happens there when I actually do that. This is well to see how often I accidentally go into sneak attack. But, you know, sneak attacks, bread and butter for a rogue, bread and butter for this rogue. I don't really have much in the way of weapons, but I did have a couple of kukris, and since I was already getting some benefits from using kukris, I figured I'd just stick around with that. Of course, picked the nice fast sneaking enhancements going up to 75% movement speed, which is nice. Sorry, doggy. Jerry's death count 0.
I shall I'll go this way.
I'm not gonna die.
The rest of this hill.
What would give you that idea? Ah, yeah, the 10-week challenge. I never was able to finish up part 2. I've actually found part 2 to be fairly difficult, trying to do a small problem at level 3 there on Elite. It's been pretty brutal for me. Oops. Yep, there's number 1.
Uh-oh, Bastion's the champion.
In the center of this room stands a blood-stained altar. What unspeakable acts have been performed there?
I should probably switch out my shiv and my bluff thing. So pushing it too much. Guess I'm gonna die at least 4 times? Come on, have a little more faith in me than that. Or like 5. No, yeah. You know, it's funny, I was actually just talking to someone the other day about that, and because they play video games on a live stream frequently too, and you know, you're sort of putting your noobness out for public consumption.
Sorry about that.
But you know, the person had a good point, which is that people don't tune in to watch you play the same way they do. They tune in for crazy fun. And if you're going to push yourself a little bit on the live stream, you know, just so that, to kind of zerg and be exciting and all the rest, you're going to die. There's nothing wrong with that. It just makes it fun. So if you don't like all my dying at the live stream, tough. Just running the quest. I decided not to do the challenge just because, you know, frankly, we've had enough deaths on the DDO stream for a little while. Time to actually run something I could do. But although I am excited, this week's is a great one. It's they're doing either Temple of Elemental Evil Part 1, which level 3 is going to be pretty hard, or level 4, I believe, is the minimum, right, for that one. Well, that's pretty cool. I'm digging it, so. Or you could do the pit. And given the choice between the pit and Temple of Elemental Evil, you know which one I'm going to run, but that's just me.
As the path leads down, it begins to look more like a dark and sinister
okay, here's my search.
and less like an empty warehouse.
Really is? Okay, maybe I don't have an item equipped. maybe I don't have an item. Maybe that's maybe that's why I'm
Hey,
failing my
Cordovan, there's
roll.
a question in chat about Lamania.
All right, I'll get to it in just a second here. Yeah, maybe I don't have a decent spot. Well, it looks like my spot sucks, so it looks like that's not going to happen. Actually. Oh, not high enough level. Okay, what am I not seeing? Where is this stupid thing? Man, my search must just be really terrible. Oh well. Whatever. Alright.
Hey, I have a good idea for these slashing traps here.
Yeah?
I think it would be interesting if you added elemental damage types to the slashing damage.
Someone asked if attack speed caps at 75%. I don't know the answer to that one. I'd have to ask.
The clink and creak of hardened steel echoes from the corridor ahead.
I'm assuming I can't assassinate it down. Alright, when is Lamania going to be open again? No news on that one. Same as always, which is what we've been saying for a little while here, which is we're going to get Lamania open for update 26. Update 26 will be coming soon. We're currently targeting sort of mid-ish May for the next Lamania, and hopefully that'll actually get us to let you see some more Warlock. Probably a first Warlock preview, so that'll be cool. Oh, nice. Assassinate the champ. But that's really the only info I got on Lamania. You know, just got to stay tuned. We're working very hard to get Warlock out. Working on update 26. We'll have more information as soon as we can. Better back off.
He's vulnerable to bludgeon. Thanks.
Doing the hireling test, Civic Spoon asks. Probably not until Friday. Reason for that is this Wednesday group has actually got real full, so people are. I didn't want to not invite someone to the group just so that I could run around with the hireling. But I've got Friday as well, so I'll just do it on Friday instead. But you're kind of calling it a test. That's not really the point. Someone just said, "Hey, could you run some hirelings on the live stream?" I figured, sure. You know, I'll give you a few tips because I use them fairly regularly. And you know, we've made a few changes to like stand your ground and that. That would be kind of nice to explain. I was explaining them to one of my static groups this week. We were actually did a bit of a hireling test like that, where we were. I just brought a few into the quest just to see how they did, and they did okay. You know, they'll still move within their 30-foot radius and all that sort of thing, but that's all intended. So, but you know, there may still be some areas to look at, and we'll look at that probably on Friday. So, okay. Question about melee range power. AV Rage asks, 1 point equals 1 damage or 1% damage? The way melee and ranged power works is that it is 100 plus 100 divided by your score. So in general that means like You know, if you get 100 and then 100 ranged power, it'd basically be twice as much. But there is a little bit, due to that, a slight percentage scaling or something that makes it not an entire 1-to-1 ratio, but close. Actually, you know what? I don't know if I hit that. I don't know if I hit that chest. Let me make sure I did. Okay, I did. Yeah, I'll take that Rakshasa hide if no one else wants it. Thanks. What should I craft for the pit? I have to admit, I am not a pit expert. My advice is find someone who is and run with them. But what you're going to need, I mean, you know, the pit, you're going to want elemental resists, you're going to want a whole bunch of different things, to be honest. It's a challenging little quest. But it's a really cool one if you're good at it. That's you. Now, I know there are people who can run the pit within minutes, and those folks are going to breeze through this challenge, although even so...
Hey, Cordovan, how is the Warlock doing in its early stages so far?
At this point, it's in front of the Players' Council, and they're looking at the sort of theory and giving us feedback on that. We're currently underway working on all the other stuff, like, say, animations and, you know, everything else that's involved in bringing a class out. And hopefully within, like I said, a couple of weeks here, we'll be able to show you something on Lamania.
Inquisitor Nomi stands next to a strangely confident-looking drow. They seem to be finishing some elaborate and unholy
Oh, cool.
ritual.
Sounds good.
What?
Our ranger is getting a pass. Yeah, we are planning to do some ranger enhancement work. I know there's been a little bit of planning work on that done for Deepwood Stalker. That got to the Players' Council recently as well. And everything Sev has said on the forums remains accurate regarding rangers and that as well. So yeah. Let's see. But as far as our Rangers getting a pass for update 26, perhaps the one after that, I think we're just going to kind of have to. Oh yeah, it's not going to be real good here. All right. Problem of being a rogue, plus with no weapons, or no good weapons, I guess. So, yes, I am Orion. So, Toughness Warlock is getting nerfed, right? Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry, there's not going to be an entire toughness tree. That was an April Fool's thing we did. It's fun. Time to get the rogue skill boost enhancement? Yeah, probably. Or maybe have some items. If I'm gonna run on Elite. But like I said, this character was made for the DDO Cast Build Guild, which was a very, I don't know, casual, non-judgmental place. So, wasn't really too worried about it.
Hey, no death. That was quick.
Yeah. Whoop whoop. Oops, I'm gonna have to. Ooh, I want those fizz potions. You can go. Yeah, I don't know why that would be.
So, do you guys have another idea for another classic dungeon after Temple of Elemental Evil?
Yeah, we've been we're in the process of basically, like, we think we've got a name, and it's just a matter of you know, it's going to be off in the future, so we have other things to do first. But yeah, absolutely. We have a pretty good idea what we're going to do.
Oh, cool.
Alright, so, like I said, we did have that patch today. One of the other things we did with patch today, which is worth noting, is part of the reason we did this, even though it was really just, you know, a couple daily dice things and temple things, is we also want to do some hardware server maintenance. So we did that, and that may be of assistance to folks. All right. Yeah, I think you know, of course, the very first Warlock test is going to be just that. So, you know, expect a little bit of construction, coning, and that sort of thing. But it's going to be looking good. Like I said, the Players Council just, was it this week, late last week, started looking at all the enhancement trees that we're looking at, and it's looking pretty cool. So we're getting lots of good feedback from them.
I'm gonna miss the spring fling.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. But I noticed, I don't know if you checked out Bonnie's show on Saturday, but the Moosey and Bonnie show, new show, starts at 9 p.m.
I did.
Yep, yep. And we also have a new one, this is with CSI Stormreach and Shindoku 8. That's Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then I'm, like I say, I'm doing a thing every Friday afternoon. Fridays at 4, which are on Fridays at 4. And that's the one I think I'm gonna probably maybe do the challenge. I don't know. That sounds pretty tough, but maybe do Temple. And I'll do the Hirelink thing too.
Yep, right after my show.
Yes, indeed. Yep, which is at noon Eastern. That's Titan Stream Studio every Friday at noon Eastern. Sometimes on Sundays as well. But you know, your life's kept you pretty busy there. Okie dokie. Good?
You have entered the nether realm of Kyber. A magical
Yeah,
area
just last
built with silver
Sunday I saw the Age of Ultron movie.
Ah, nice. Haven't seen it yet. Gah.
dusty remains lie in front of a sealed stone door on the far side of the room.
Oh. Yeah, we could do that. Why not? If I can remember how.
Hot, stale air blows into the chamber as the stone door slides open.
Ooh. Oops. Nice. Oh, you. A little warm in here, don't you think? There we go.
The luck on those rolls, Jerry?
Not too much luck now. I've got good hope here that'll do that at least. Sneaking, sneaking.
The drow here are intently prying dragon shards from the cavern wall.
Oh! Oops.
Oh, there's one death.
Yep.
Oh,
Get over here. Yeah, that was pretty stupid. I'm probably glad there's not a death tally
I'm gonna go
system.
get that champion over there. Whoa, that was close. I hit the ground there and then I got saved.
Yes, we'll look at buff up. Yeah, overly like a death count. Yeah, if you type in... No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be that guy. RD2 play has an interesting question. After the class rebalancing, is there going to be a racial pass as well? Not that I'm aware of. I think we have enough work on our plate to do all the classes here. I mean, never say never, right? But we have enough other work that we're probably going to do first that is far enough in the future as to not be worth committing to either way.
This magic barrier is different. A chasm filled with jagged rocks and sharpened stakes lies under a narrow path. One wrong step could prove deadly.
Sounds like a challenge to me. Where's everyone? Alright.
Nothing is left of the drow gathering dragon shards here, except still smoldering corpses. Whatever did this must not be far away. Oh, okay, that's what it is. Bum, 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 bum. Uh-oh.
There's a remnant on the ground.
Alright, I guess I'm just going back to you guys. Oh.
Flickering torchlight
Yeah,
illuminates
survive
a
that somehow.
curiously well-worn path.
Thought you guys maybe wanted to do that named.
Thanks for the heals.
I think the big problem with me taking out those fire reavers was that, you know, I am largely sneak attack based, and I just had too much aggro, and I couldn't stand stealth to just kind of assassinate them off and survive, because, you know, their sort of blast attack kept getting me.
His essence is scattered back into the lava from which he came.
It is called coming back later with friends. Yep. So yeah, I mean, let's see, we got the patch, you know, the month of Elemental Evil wraps up actually first thing for, ooh, Flame Ward, Flame Ward, Flame Ward.
Ooh, Flame Ward.
Uh-huh. So, that's, but we do have a, let me actually get the bonus in a second, but it's a Kenneth crafting boost, which we haven't really done too often, just because, you know, the demand for it is low-ish nowadays, but, you know, it's been quite a while since we had one. Oops. All right. Didn't I just do that? Yes, you did. All right. Anyway, what I was going to say...
I'll try and get you. I see a stone.
Decided it's worth bringing out, because it's been a while. So for those who are interested, this is going to be your weekend. It's going to be a good one. Let me actually double check the bonus.
And fail.
Plus 30% crafting XP. And again, through tomorrow, through Thursday, we still have our plus 2 loot boost, double daily dice XP, and a plus 50 challenge rewards boost. Yeah, that's actually kind of funny. It does sort of have that sort of symbiotic thing going on. Purely unintentional. At the time we were making that, we had no idea. Oh man, what do you think? Sounds like a recipe for everyone dying. Or not. That's fine. I don't think we'd do it anyway.
Now we're not even TRs.
Yeah. Anyway, my gear's poor, but I actually know this character, because I did play this character for quite some time. with the DDO cast build guild. So it's not entirely unfamiliar to me. But you're right, I was actually about this close to going Thief Acrobat instead of Assassin, except that because I had previously made this character as a 2-weapon fighter, it wasn't worth switching over all the gear, what little I had, so... Yeah, this quest isn't too bad on Elite, and frankly, being as it's a very common way to unlock access to Evening Star and such, you know, people go back and forth all the time, we didn't want to make it too tough, even on Elite. That said, though, the end fight of this quest is a couple of sections that can be pretty challenging, and Spinner of Shadows is actually no joke on Elite either. Those Hezru hit real hard, so... Which I guess you'll see shortly.
Unless you got the key to Evening Star due to favor.
Yeah, correct. Or like TR or something like that, right. I'm just saying, when you are designing a quest pack meant to sort of be a gateway and free, you probably don't want to make it too impossible to actually complete.
The heat grows more oppressive.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I've run Spinner of Shadows a ton, right? But still, those Hezru can be not... They can kill you. If you're not real careful with aggro, and next thing you know, you've got, say, 2 or 3 of them surrounding you, teleporting to you. It's a pretty good recipe for a party wipe. I have found.
A burst of heat and fire, snarling in anger.
I like these quests, always have. I think they're fun.
Ooh, is that a new look? Flame Fang's paws are glowing purple.
Cool. Bacardi Specialist says, my fear of Hezrus is confirmed. I've talked about him 2 episodes in a row, did I? I totally did, didn't I? Gotta say, I agree with Chai. I think Hezrus are one of the most difficult mobs in the game. Electric Lounge asks if I've ever played the old school sort of Capcom style arcade game, Dungeons and Dragons Shadow over Mystara and Temple of Doom. Yeah, I played those all the time, both in the arcades and on, say, home ports and things like that. They're a lot of fun.
bars entry into a massive cavern beyond.
Hey, Cordovan, I have a question. Those buff altars in Temple of Elemental Evil, were those designed to be in the tabletop game? Like in the last edition?
I don't believe so. No, I don't believe so. I
Or
think
did
that's
you guys
just,
add
yeah, I think
the-
that's just specific to that, right? I don't even think that's in the source material. Or maybe it is. I'll have to look it up. Ah, Disco Ball Guard Mesrum has? Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, they did take it to Steam a couple of years ago. I actually played it pretty recently, actually, with my twin brother and a couple of buddies. We hooked up our controllers to our computers and played that for a couple hours. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. It's also on PlayStation 3 and 4, I believe, right? At least 3. And it has, I believe, online co-op for it, too. Alright. What do you think? We good?
Bravery. We can do this, right?
You know, I've often found that just to help control the mob aggro, if you kind of fight over here, it's perhaps a little bit nicer. Let's see. What else should we talk about here? Like I said, we got where the Month of Elemental Evil bonuses are done. It's a pretty good time. We'll be back to a more regular bonus schedule, but I believe we actually have a new kind of bonus that'll be going in the next update or two, I think. So it should be pretty cool.
Man, I love that sensor demon's effect that I stunned them when I crit.
Yeah, it's coming in pretty handy. Oop, was I not sneaking? Maybe they had spotted me. I don't know why.
Ooh, Hezro Hunter.
Yeah, me too. It's useful. What's the funniest adventure pack Mesra Masks? It's a tough one. I mean, it's for a lot of people. I think it would be one of the Delirium ones.
Darkstorm Helm, anyone?
Ding. Hey, alright. I think you want to just go straight into spinner. Schmagademus asks, any plans to add, you say roppers, but I assume you mean ropers.
Looks like we're gonna go into overtime, aren't we?
Yeah, just a little bit. It won't take too long to run through spinner, though, I wouldn't think. No. Sorry. I love him, though. I actually have one of the old Roper minis from the old TSR days that I painted up when I was a kid. I love it. Yeah, we might just totally wipe here, but, you know, that'll be fun too. Besides, everyone just telling me in chat how, quote, easy this quest is. It's a cakewalk. You can just solo it, right? We shall see.
Ahead, a Rakshasa and a company of drow are arguing over a pile of dragon shards. Strange glowing spiders are locked in battle with some kind of spirit made up of pale blue flames. The spiders are devouring the flames, absorbing them into their bodies as they attack.
Alright, so what probably our best bet once we go in there is we'll stick together rather than split up. We'll take out the spinner as a group as soon as she's available, right? So we'll just head over to the Silver Flame and then beat her up, and then in between we'll take care of trash and grab torches, but we'll do it as a group, one side then the other side, just to give ourselves the best chance of surviving. Does that sound okay?
The Spinner of Shadow struggles against her weakening bonds, while below her, the spiders consume the last of the flames, and you find yourself unable to move. The Spinner of Shadows has broken free.
At last I am free from that disgusting flame. You have finally done my bidding, vassals. I see that you have brought me the dragon shards that she needs. Though I also see that you have allowed some pests to follow you inside.
The demon overlord glares down at you with contempt.
The stink of Eberron is on you mortals. I will turn my attention to your world in due time. But for now, it pleases me to let you live. Someone must witness my return and survive.
Destroy these intruders, my lady!
One of the Rakshasas growls.
We will report your glorious release to the world. Now let us leave this place. You must help us release the other demon overlords.
I will do no such thing. Now that I am free, I have no need for the other overlords. Or for you tedious lords of dust.
The one that's really going to kill us is going to be the, and I know I just said this, but Hezru. So we'll try to focus target on the Hezru and take them down one at a time as a group if we can. And just try to go one to the next, to the next, to the next. To the best we can.
Silver Flame Guardian speaks.
Hold, demon. You have not escaped yet. Some of the flame still burns here.
The Silver Flame Guardian speaks.
We have driven her back, but it will not last. Destroy her spiders. They have consumed the essence of the silver flame that holds her here. If you can light the wards again, she will be imprisoned once more.
Hey Cordovan, do you know what my favorite class is in all of GDO?
No.
I think it would be the Barbarian class. Because I think y'all made it so dominant that's like easy for everything.
Yeah, they're pretty strong. I was actually playing my Barbarian last night, and yeah, it was working out pretty well for me. I'm starting to hit level 20 though, so I've noticed that sort of my rage healing is not necessarily keeping pace on Elite anymore with the incoming damage I'm doing. So I do need a little bit more than I was, you know, prior to say level 18, 19. But still. Alright, other side.
Yeah, it was keeping me alive when I was doing a epic hard runs with Team Argue yesterday. I was just all wearing an outfit and no armor.
Nice.
The spinner's on me, by the way.
Alright, you've got the spinner. Spinner's aggro. Why don't we head to the middle then and take her out? Can anyone raise Sim?
This is pointless, mortals. I will not be imprisoned again.
Chorus of chittering echoes the spinner's cries of pain. Spiders crawl out of their hiding places in response to the demon's call.
Who's collecting the shards, by the way?
I am. I've got some.
Okay, cool.
Speaking of
Once
which,
more, the demon's voice echoes from the shadows above.
Demons of Kyber, hear my call. Protect my
are
children.
you guys coming over? Alright, let's see if I got a res. No, I think I probably have the... maybe have the UMD for it, but no res. Alright, where did Sim go? Where are you, Sim?
Hey, one thing I noticed that was funny, though, in Epic Elite, King's Forest questing yesterday.
Hey, why don't you guys,
the
if
Rangers-
you could get away from that middle temple and start following for stuff.
The Drow archers were doing 0 damage to me when they were shooting with their bows.
feeling of dread overwhelms
This
you,
is on Epic
as if
Elite, by the way.
darkness has entered your very soul.
No,
The
this is
spinner
Heroic
of
Elite.
shadows has returned to the battle.
No, I'm talking about yesterday.
Oh, hey, we need to get everyone together as a group. Where is everyone? Why is everyone scattered? We were going to the western pillar. Let's get back there if we can. Try to find a dot of someone next to you and move over to them. Okay, it's just of us left.
You can't hide forever, my little pests. I can sense you.
Party wipe?
Looks like it. That's alright. Unless Oki, you can take it out. I don't think it's gonna make it though.
Yeah, we were split, aren't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we split and then scattered for some reason.
Come for me, my sister.
Cries the spinner.
Zoki, do you have a dimension door by any chance? If so, maybe you could pick up our stones and cast a D-door and get back to the main entrance, so we could give it another shot. Yeah, it's sure Rukio's wait for the wipe, but come on, man, you can do it.
Oh, he got blinded as he was going through the door.
No, it's not the Red Shrine. The Red Shrine is, it's just a rest shrine. And I'll show it to you in just a second. Yeah, there you go. Rest Shrine. But once there's a wipe, we'll go back to the other room.
No. She grabbed my stone and ran towards from the beginning. Uh-oh. Spinner's on my tail.
Alright, so what we're going to do, Zoki, if that's alright, is we're going to go back in. We're going to grab the other 3 stones, and then we're going to use that dimension door again. And get everyone back up if possible. So we'll head over to the lava area.
I am free, and I call to you. Come for me!
I have the spinner's aggro.
Alright, if you can get off a dimension door. Cool. That should do it.
The Spinner of Shadows decides to change tactics.
Arise, my spiders! Destroy the Guardian! Without it, the
Alright,
mortals
well,
are
I will
lost.
try. Well, if we can take care of this, if we can survive this, we'll see.
Another champion Hezro. Great.
The silver flame, the swarm of spiders subsides, and the Guardian is once again.
Alright, well, maybe we'll just call it then.
Time for you to finish relighting the war.
I don't know, maybe we'll just call it then.
The demon
We'll just
chuckles
release
in
and
the
try this some
shadows.
other time.
An amusing
See,
game,
everyone was just
mortals.
saying how easy that was on Elite. Did you guys think that looked easy?
Your allies dwindle. We end
I
it
didn't think it looked that
now.
easy. Just recall, what happens if you recall out Weapon Seller? Yeah, we probably could have done a better run of that. But still, it's tough. Especially because it just gets tougher from that wave on. So, all those Hezries, man. Let's give it a shot some other time. All right, well that was a nice effort anyway. Trying to get Spinner done on Elite there. The rest of it went fine. So, just so you guys know, a little bit later this afternoon, I will get you guys a code for some turbine points through the in-game mail on these characters here.
It's alright.
Cool. And I'm actually ready to question this guy a little bit more, I think. So
It was a good attempt to try, though.
yeah, it's usually that section with all those Hezrus spawning in the center. That I've just seen them wipe a lot of parties, unless you can take them out right away. But all right, well that's cool. So that's going to wrap it up with the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the follow button if you'd like to be notified for when we are going live with shows just like this one every Wednesday at noon Eastern, -4 GMT on twitch.tv/DDO stream. That is the URL where you can also find our complete calendar.
See you, Corda.
We have something every day of the week, so we hope to see you back here sometime to chat with us. Just note we do put these episodes up both as highlights on Twitch, and we put the highlight over on YouTube as well. So if you subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Dungeons and Dragons, one long word, no ampersand, then you can just watch it there too, on your TV or whatever else you got. So, all right, thanks everyone. I really appreciate you guys joining me, and we will see you next week. Have fun. Thanks again, everyone. I'll talk to you later.